This is the last lecture of the lecture series regarding georeferencing. I have already discussed about that. There are three types of georeferencing process. Now in this tutorial I will show you the third and the last type of georeferencing process, which is image to image georeferencing. Okay, so in detail I have already discussed in the first episode or the first lecture, so I am not going to in details in this tutorial. So it is very important to mention that I am going to show you the image to image georeferencing process by using QGIS. Okay, so let's move into the QGIS software. First, open the QGIS. This is 3.10 version, which is long-term release version. Wait for a second. The QGIS software is opening. Now the QGIS software is opened. Now the first step is take a new empty project, click here. The next step is go to the add raster layer, browse the destination folder where the images are located, go to the destination folder. This is my destination folder to run image to image georeferencing. This is the image and there is a second image. Okay, you must know about that. If you want to run image to image georeferencing process, so definitely you need to collect two images. One of these two images will be not georeferenced and one of these two images will be georeferenced image. But the condition is both the images will be same area. Okay, both the images will represent the same area. It is also mentioned that, remember this, the image to image georeferencing process also called feature to feature georeferencing. Okay, we will run the image to image georeferencing process by using identifying the feature on the satellite images or the feature on the map. Okay, so remember that it is very important. Okay, so between these two images, one will be not georeferenced and one will be georeferenced. So I don't know which image is georeferenced, which is not. Okay, I have to check first. So one by one, both the images we have to open in the layer panel. So first I am going to Kolkata A, select the file and open, add. Okay, so if I browse my cursors, the coordinates is showing here. Okay, that means the Kolkata A is georeferenced image. Clear? Now coming into again add raster and browse the destination folder where the another image is Kolkata B. Okay, so I have mentioned that there will be two images and one will be not georeferenced. So already I have detected that Kolkata A is georeferenced image, so definitely Kolkata B will be ungeoreferenced or not georeferenced image. Now select the Kolkata B image and open it, add, close. Okay, so right now I have two images in the layer panels. Okay, so how to detect, how to identify which is not georeference? See here, there is a question mark. That question mark will help us to identify that the image is not georeferenced. Okay, now if I uncheck the Kolkata A, so there will be no image in the project panel. Okay, so right now if I want to select Kolkata B, which is not georeference, and go to zoom full layer, the image will be appear. Now see, if I move my cursor on the image, there is a coordinate system which is showing pixel coordinate system right here. See, the coordinate system is showing pixel coordinates plus minus. Okay, this is not geographical coordinate system. And again, if I uncheck this and check the Kolkata A, which is georeference layer, and go to again zoom full, the image will be appeared, which is georeferenced. Okay, and now if I move my cursors on the image, so you will see the coordinates is showing geographical coordinate system, right? So now the next step is go to the raster and georeference toolbar. Now select the image, go to the destination folder. This is my destination folder, Georeferenced Image-to-Image. Open it, and there are two images. Already I have identified that Kolkata B is the not georeferenced image or ungeoreferenced image. Select it and open. Okay, now the ungeoreferenced image is opened. So there are so many features are available on the image which is not georeferenced. Now identify one by one feature. So let's say this is my first feature, which is located in the top left corner, and here I can mention here one is the condition for the georeferencing process. You have to take minimum 4 points from the GCP, and all these points will be distributed in the 4 corner side of the given images. Okay, so I have selected the first corner, which is top left corner, and there is a feature. This is the feature. Okay, so I am going to take first GCP point. Okay, first go to add point and click here. Okay, click here. Okay, but before click here, just minimize this box and go to the layer panel here. Okay, go to the layer panel here, and if you go to the layer panel, identify what is the feature you want to detect here. This is the feature, and this feature is also available on the previous not georeferenced image. Okay, I have identified it. So go back to the georeference, go back to the georeference box. Now take add point and click here. You will get the enter map coordinates box. Now go to the from map canvas option. Not enter any values here, because you will be not able to enter any values, because it is not mentioned in the not georeference image. Okay, so go to the from map canvas. Okay, now it will help you to go to the layer panel, and there is a same feature, and where I took the point, I think this is the point. I took the GCP point on the not georeferenced image. Just click here. Now see, already the east and north coordinates will be captured automatically from the georeferenced image, which is already opened on the layer panel. Okay, now the next step is okay. See here, this is the red point located here. This is the first GCP point. Now I am taking the second point. This is also located in the top right corner. Okay, if it is the same feature, just minimize it. Yes, it is the same feature. Go to the add point and click this corner or this corner. I am taking this corner. Just click here, then go to map, from map canvas, then this is the feature. I am taking this corner. Okay, now the coordinates have been captured. Then go to OK. Okay, this is the point, and if you go to the layer panel, this is the point. Okay, both the points are same. Now coming into the third point, third GCP point. Okay, pan it, go to the bottom right corner. Okay, which will be the feature I can match. which will be the feature. See here. Okay, if I take it, it is not available. The feature is not available in this image, so which will be available here. If I take it, this feature, go there. Yes, the feature is available in both both image. Okay, so take add point and go to the feature where I am taking the GCP here. Okay, remember this. Go to from map canvas. Yes, this is the corner, this is the point. Click here. Okay, the coordinates are captured right now. Okay, so I have taken how many GCPs? 3 GCPs. Okay, 3 GCP points I have taken. Now in the 4th GCP points, so definitely it will be bottom left corner. If I select this feature, okay, we have to find out, is it available on the layer panel map. Check it again. Yes, this is the feature, it is available on the both map. Okay, next I am taking this corner as the 4th GCP, add point and go to this feature and click here. Okay, then go to from map canvas and go to this corner, which is the same feature located on the both maps. Okay, click here, coordinates have been captured, then go to OK option. Okay, see here, the 4 coordinates already have been captured. Okay, now go to the transformation setting. Here you can leave it with the thin plate spline or any other linear, but if you want to any other option, you have to calculate. So the best option is thin plate spline. Okay, next don't change the nearest neighbor. It is very good for getting the good result. Now go to target SRS. It will be always 4326 because it is universal and always accepted. It covers the whole world. Okay, this is the geographical coordinate system. Now go to the output raster. Don't change, don't give the file name again, because this option will give the file name as Kolkata B modified automatically, and the file, the new georeferenced image, will be saved in the destination folder where I can extract it the both images for the georeferencing purpose. Okay, so which was your destination folder during the opening of the images? In this folder your final output raster, which is georeference raster, will be saved automatically. So don't change anything here and don't go to other options. Okay, just click on the OK. Okay, now the next and the last step is start georeferencing. Go to start georeferencing and click here. Okay, 100% is completed. Message is showing georeference successful. Raster was successfully opened in the layer panel. Okay, minimize this and see here. If I go to zoom full, so there will be the georeferenced and non-georeferenced image. Okay, there are 3 images, Kolkata A, Kolkata B. We know that Kolkata A is already georeferenced image before the starting of the new georeference process. Kolkata B was the ungeoreferenced image. Now the new georeferenced image is Kolkata B modified. Now if I uncheck the Kolkata B, which was not georeferenced, and if I remove it from the layer panel, now 2 images are available. Both are georeferenced right now. Okay, now if I check one, so another one will be appear. Okay, so you can check here. So very precisely it was georeferenced Okay, so Kolkata A was already georeferenced before the starting of the process, and now Kolkata B is new georeferenced image on the basis of the previous georeferenced image. Okay, see here. So this is the process of image to image georeferencing. Thank you. So now I am concluding the series of the lecture regarding georeferencing process. If you have any questions, any queries, so drop any messages in the comment box. I will give you answer. Thank you.